the thing about Jesus is that he died for us. So then why can't we meet him halfway on certain things? You know what I mean? You know that phrase like, I'll meet you halfway or I'll meet you in the middle, something like that. God did such an crazy sacrifice that why can't we just do a little bit for him? But yeah, man, today we're going to be talking about my baptism that happened to me maybe like 3 weeks ago. So before leading up into the baptism, my pastor, wanted to meet with me, I think like on 2 accounts beforehand, just to kind of, see where I am in my faith journey and just to kind of check up on me. It's also just like a little hangout. He kind of just wanted to evaluate where I was and wanted to confirm like this is something that I really want to do, and it definitely was. And so basically, I got baptized about 3 weeks ago, and it was a full submersion into the water. And the way our church does it, and the way our pastor likes to do it, is like he likes to do them in groups. So it'll be like a group of people it's part of the service on Sunday too. So it's this thing where we go in groups. So it was like me and 2 other people, and we were up on stage at our church, and there was a big tub of water. There's a big tub of water for us to get submerged into. And the funny thing was that like I dipped my finger into the water beforehand, and I was like, oh yeah, the water temperature is fine, like it's not too cold or anything. But then the moment I get in, like when my body fully gets in there, I was like, wow, this is actually really cold. And so I'm like, like I'm trying to catch my breath or whatever, and there's like a microphone up to my mouth, like asking me some questions and stuff. And it was just a memorable experience. But the thing about the baptism though was that a couple days later I was asked, oh, Andy, do you feel any different? And at the time, and I think I was being honest too, at the time I'd say that no. I told him no, not really. Like I told him no, I don't really feel much different actually. I kind of just feel the same, nothing too crazy, But the thing is now, I would say it's been 3 weeks now, and I would say that I wanted to give it some time, before like kind of making a video like this, because I didn't want it to be sort of like a placebo or some kind of like confirmation bias that baptism, that it surely makes a complete new effect, And I'm here to tell you that, from my experience anyway, it's definitely made a difference. It absolutely has. I would be lying if I said to you that baptism didn't make a difference on me. And so what really are those differences? Well, I'd say the first thing I've sort of observed from myself is that I definitely feel a lot closer. I definitely feel closer to Christ. I think that's without a doubt. And I think about him more. I'm more engaged with him. The prayers are a little bit higher quality. I want to read my Bible more in any way, shape, or form. Like whether it be like I'm just pinging him, throughout the day. I just find myself definitely closer to Christ for sure. Number 2 would be that I feel myself that I'm able to actually resist sin a lot better now. That's without a doubt. Sin to me these days feels a lot more cringy, and it feels a lot more like I want to repel away from it. I would say that I definitely sin less now that I'm after baptism, for sure. And the thing is too is that I'm not trying to frame it like you're gonna be this completely new person, and I don't think it's anything like that, but I would say that it definitely makes a difference. And I wanted to make this video because if there's anybody that's on the fence, if there's anybody that considers themselves a Christian and hasn't been baptized yet, I would strongly encourage you to do so, because I think that baptism is one of those things where it's such a high value, meaningful act, and it doesn't require a lot. It's like the act of it is quite fast and simple, but it has such a deeper meaning behind it. And you should want to. The thing about Jesus is that he died for us. So then why can't we meet him halfway on certain things? You know what I mean? You know that phrase like, I'll meet you halfway, or I'll meet you in the middle, something like that. God did such a crazy sacrifice that why can't we just do a little bit for him? Halfway, whatever halfway really is. Like, I don't really know what the halfway point literally is, but my point is, like, we should want to do more for him, and I feel like the Holy Spirit should really be kind of pushing you to do these kinds of things, actually. And I'm not trying to imply that Christians are fake or something just because you don't feel compelled to want to get baptized, but I definitely think that this is a really awesome opportunity to sort of slingshot your way into getting closer with Christ, because that's definitely what it feels like for me. Like, after baptism, now it feels like I got a boost. It feels like I got catapulted into a closer distance, whereas the distance between me and God might have been some amount, like a large gap. The baptism definitely helped me close the gap just by some amount. I can't, I can't really qualitatively or quantitatively describe that, but that's what it feels like. And I would be lying if I said that baptism had no effect, right? And I try to do my best to, again, like I said, like, to avoid placebo or any kind of confirmation bias. And so that's why I wanted to wait for some time to be able to make a video like this to sort of like report back the results. If you've heard in my other videos, I do come from a scientific background, so this is the kind of frame of thinking that I'm really trained to be. So if you haven't before, or if you want to do it again, I think that you definitely should. So after the baptism, the moment I got out of the water, they put a towel over you, and some of the staff members we were told, they're going to escort you kind of out from the backstage. And they took me, and then they told me, hey, here's your, because I brought spare clothes. And so I took that and went into the bathroom and changed. And I remember being in the bathroom and just sort of drying myself and changing and stuff. And I remember just having a moment there where I could definitely feel God's presence. I could definitely feel, it felt like God was smiling down on me. That's what it really felt like. And I think there's a saying, that, everyone, anytime a person gets baptized, it's like all of the heavens rejoice. And I think that's just so awesome. And I forget where I heard that hearing from. I think my pastor said that, or forget where I heard that from. But it's just, it's such a powerful thing, man. And, and like I say in some of my other videos, like, I'm living proof. I can't make this up at this point. This isn't just content. This isn't just, me trying to fake it till you make it, or whatever crap that is saying. No, man, this is like, I'm literally just documenting my journey, and this has been the next step, and it's been awesome. And like, I just feel like everything is enhanced now. Like, all of my I feel more energized when it comes to sort of the righteousness that I feel when it comes to talking about the faith, and whether that be out in public or whether that be with my friends. My want to spread the word, it feels like it's increased. And it's just, to me, it's like, why wouldn't you? Like, why wouldn't you want to share something to people that's had such a profoundly positive impact on me that it's more than just a feeling, right? It's just like, this is a real effect. And I would be lying. It would be inhumane for me to ignore these types of like real feelings and effects. It definitely would be, because a lot of the times these moments and anecdotes and stuff like that, they just sort of come to me out of nowhere, and it's not like I ask for it. It's not like I pray for these kinds of things. It's not like I pray for God's presence right after I get baptized. I don't pray. I wasn't necessarily calling for him or anything like that while I was drying myself in the bathroom, but I could definitely feel God's presence with me in that moment. And that word presence, when it's something that you just know. It's almost like an intuition. A presence is really a word that is very representative sometimes when it comes to God, because it's more than just a feeling, man. I know it's just hard to put my words on it. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Yeah, that was pretty much my whole baptism thing. I strongly encourage people to get baptized, man. I just think it's not, you're not asked a lot. It's not a difficult task, but I would say that if for any kind of Christian or any kind of, if anybody that's like on the fence, or anybody that wants to take the next step into increasing their faith, dude, baptism is definitely the play. It absolutely is. And I'm a strong advocate for that, for sure. Like I said, I don't like talking about things that I don't have experience with, and so I want to be able to go through it, go through the experience myself to be able to like really understand things. And this is one of those things. Like, I didn't want to talk about baptism if I myself had not been baptized. And now I can confidently say that, yes, without a doubt, it's made a difference. So yeah, man, that's pretty much everything. Yeah, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.